Hey everyone, Selena for Who is Jesus Today. And that's right, I'm going to share a piece of advice from experience on how you can benefit from your enemies. And I know what I'm about to say today isn't just my only experience, of course not. That at least that I can say that anyone who hears this, that you could probably recall at least once in your life, there was some circumstance where you were up against plotters, evildoers, those who would not bother to confront you and tell you what they feel or think or what they would like to do to you, but they rather scheme and plot behind the curtain, behind the dark curtain of evil. And with that, I'd like to say today, we all have our cross that we have to take up and carry. And sometimes we go through life and we'll say, wow, it seems like this particular evil seems to follow me around. Like I'll go someplace, you'll move someplace into a region, you may even go to a different country. And you know, it's sometimes people like to move and go to different places, but you know, you don't really run from problems that are within, because you will always have to deal with you, what's going on inside of you. And you will always, if you are today one that follows Christ, the Lord wants you to have victory over circumstances and you that you need to get past. But we also know that a whole lot of times our opposition and our attacks are from the outside, right? They are from not always within, but there are those who actually do plot to do evil. If this was not true, we have all throughout the scriptures. We know that King David wrote a lot of the Psalms about what it's like to be up against plotters and schemers. Psalm 37, do not fret because of evil doers. Don't fret because there's going to always be evil doers. But here's the thing. You and me, if our hearts aren't right, we can be an evildoer. So anyone can be an evildoer. Just want to put that out there, okay? Nor be envious of the workers of iniquity. I go through this psalm when I feel I'm in that storm at times myself of plotters or evil doers. And I want to encourage us today that you're not going to get through this life without ever having a people that would be evil doers cross your path. And it will likely happen more than once. I have to say, I feel that for me, a cross to carry throughout a life has been coming up against opposition of plotters. And you know, I try to be, for the most part, an approachable person. And even if you want to say to me you have some problem or issue with me, or you don't like me, then you can really, you can just keep on traveling. But I would respect a person if they can also say, well, these are some of the issues or something. But to be a plotter, I find that when people have to plot and scheme and keep doing things behind the dark curtain, and they're not able to even confront those who they are against, that's a problem. But you see something, we're going to always be up against those who choose not to confront us with truth. And and there's a way to do that right and wrong as well. But they rather plot and scheme. If there's something they want to prevent you from doing, then they will put together a plot. They may do it on their own, or they may also take some others along with them. If they don't want you to get ahead, then they may have a plot. If they are not happy with a person that you might be about to marry, then they may have a plot. If they don't like the fact that the boss on the job tends to say favor you over them, or say you got a raise and they didn't, or you're starting to say pick up some popularity, then they may have a plot. Instead of talking it out with you, they would rather plot. And that plot is to decline you. It is to bring you down. I mean, an evil plot is not to make your life better. It's not with the intent to elevate you or to help you, but it's to actually bring you down. But sometimes a plot can even come along as a friendly suggestion. It can come along as even a means to help. And that's when we have to be really careful, because there are those who you can tell they got something against you, and they are going to plot, though, instead of just actually confronting you with the matter. And they will put together a conspiracy of evil. Okay? But you have those that will not come to you as an evildoer, but as a friend, as one who wants to help, and as one who would pretend they have great intentions. And they actually want to help you do better. And when you're up against that, this is why the power of having discernment in the Holy Spirit. Because it is not always hard to tell that someone has a bad plot against you. You don't know what it is, because that's why it's a plot. But you have those who will come to you, as wolves in sheep clothing. And you think they might be one of the best people that you've met, who want to really help you and to help you to do better in life. It's only a matter of time before that enemy is truly revealed for what their intentions were. And so, as one who has been on life, a journey of also being called to different places and regions, and I'll tell you, I have to say, I'm like a people person. I do enjoy people. I enjoy all kinds of people. I mean, there's some people that I thought were a little crazy, but I'll give you the time of day. Okay, in fact, I've met a lot of people. Okay, I've met all kinds of people, and I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued and fascinated at times with the fabric of mankind, of people out there who can come up with all kinds of things, who think that you don't actually know them as well, that they are really telling you who they are at times and don't even realize it. They're also letting you know what they even intend to do to you. Just listen carefully. Sometimes it's right in the introduction. And I have come across at times, of course, danger. And I know I've crossed the path of dangerous people, and that's a fact. And sometimes they will disguise themselves to be a little more warm and friendly. And sometimes it's like, I can just tell outright, this person has a very intentional plan that they want to carry out for evil. So for me, I guess it's been one of those crosses, this cross that I've had to carry. But I'm going to tell you, I have learned so much from my enemies. They have educated me about life and people in ways that I would not have been able to tell. I think that I've developed at this point some detective skills, on-the-job training. I said it's one of the best ways to train. On-the-job training. And you know what? I would say for all of us as the people of God, this is not a unique situation that I'm explaining about myself. You out there, and you know you've also been in the crossfires of evil plots. You know that sometimes plots can be right in our very own, say, families. That's true. We know that in relationships, there are domestic issues that arise, and you don't have to, you can just look at some things on the news of how things go bad, and one wants to now plot to hurt the other, one wants to plot to get the other one out the way, somebody wants the insurance in their relationship, someone wants the property. It can be on and on. We live in a world of lots of deception and plotters. And so if you out there today, if you could resonate, you may be in that place right now. You may be coming to that and don't even really know it. And you know the Lord today. And you know that God is faithful to lead and guide and to let us know when things are coming up on the horizon. But there's times something can hit you with like a mass blow. I like to say whatever that circumstance is, I can testify. Psalm 37. Do not fret because of evildoers, nor be envious of the workers of iniquity. Why? For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and feed on his faithfulness. That's your food. Delight yourself also in the Lord. Be glad in him. And he shall give you the desires of your heart, and your heart will be more committed to his desires. You know, if you are someone's about to do some harm and to attack you, God wants to deliver us out of those circumstances. God has assured us in his word how to deal with our enemies. Well, here's where I say we start. Do not fret. But we also must not take matters in our hands, as we sometimes are tempted to do, and know that the Lord will deal with them. Do not fret. Indeed, you will look carefully for his place. You will even wonder what happened to that person that was plotting on me. Well, things can backfire. Okay? But it shall be no more, but the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. So, we have to, we're all under the rule of law, and no one out there should be above and beyond the law. There are times when you have to take your enemies to court. You have to take them also to the actual bank, right? For crimes or things that were done against you. If that can be proven, of course. But then there are times when God is just letting us know, sit back and wait and see what I am going to do. Because God is the one to take out the revenge, not us. God will settle all accounts. Ultimately, the accounts are settled in God. There is a day of reckoning in God. So you may be up against a situation where you feel you're being plotted on. There's a scheme out there. It can sometimes be a plot against you, your life, or someone that you really care about. You may not be sure. But I believe today, if you are a child of God, what you are sensing in your spirit, you need to pay attention to. There can be threats that will happen in the realm of social media. So whatever it is, the Lord, he has our back. Whatever it is, our days are numbered in God. But we also need wisdom and caution. And there's times we have to go the actual legal route. And then there's times when even the one that was plotting and scheming, suddenly they're gone. They disappear. You don't even know where they are. And there are times when people just really even grow tired and weary in their evil schemes and plots. But you are to continue to stand strong and wait for the salvation of the Lord. And so I just want to say today, I've been different places. I am an open person. I enjoy people. But at the same time, you need to be on guard and be alert. And those are my thoughts today. Watch and pray. Until next time, Shalom.